Backpay, and a 24.4% increase to all benefits administered by the Social Security Administration, including but not limited to Social Security Retirement, Disability, SSDI, Survivor, Spousal, SSI, and even VA and RRB benefits. I want to share some unbelievable information for you here in this video, especially as it pertains to the roughly 75 million people that receive benefits administered by Social Security. Some shocking things are going on right now and have been over the last 6 or so years. Even right now, early on in 2026, still some very interesting things that I want to share with you. Now, I also do have this screenshot right here. I'm going to pop this up on the screen in just a second. I want you to see the details of this. This is unbelievable, and a lot of you in this community may not actually realize what has happened over the last several years. It's unbelievable. Once you look at the details behind this and see what has actually happened, it's like, wow, really? Well, I want to break it down because this all translates into this 24.4% increase that I'm alluding to in this video that I think we all need to be very aware of. And we're even going to talk about lawmakers for just a minute. I know everybody's cringing right now, right? Oh, come on. Really? You're going to destroy the video by talking about lawmakers? Yeah, let's talk about them for just a minute as well. Because, I mean, let's just be real. They're probably sitting on vacation right now doing a whole lot of nothing. So let's talk about them for a minute and maybe even, I don't know, bash them a little bit too, because that's always really fun, right? Now, first off, I want to throw something out because this video wouldn't be complete if I did not give a huge congratulations to the roughly 2,000 of you in this community just so far this year in 2026 that have called this phone number right there to get help with chapter on your Medicare. Seriously, tons of you in this community, about 10,000 plus of you in the last year, 2,000 just so far this year, collectively saving over $2 million in the last 1 year alone. So if you happen to be somebody on Medicare, if you feel like your plan does not properly cover you, if you feel like you're paying too much, if you can't see your doctor, can't go to the office, the clinic, the hospital system, if you feel like your prescriptions are costing you too much, if you hate your plan secretly and you feel like you're just getting hosed by your plan, please call chapter there, see what they can do for you. Again, tons of people in this community. In fact, you've seen the comments I've been sharing with you, pages and pages and pages of comments so far. Just in the last couple months here, I pulled, I don't know, 15 pages of comments out of the comment section from those of you in this community. Absolutely amazing stuff. I just touched my phone on accident. But anyway, a lot of you saving on average over $1,000 on average by simply calling chapter right there, which is really, really exciting. By the way, after you talk to them, drop a comment down below on any video. Use the word chapter within your comment. Let me know how it goes. I'll grab your comment. I'll add it to the stack here, which I'll continue to feature in upcoming videos. Amazing. And here's the deal as well. A lot of you on Medicare right now have optionality and have flexibility, even though you don't think you do. You really do. Seriously, call them, see what they can do. I'm really excited to hear your comments after you talk to them. And again, I want to help those of you in this community collectively save $10 million by the end of this year by literally calling there to get free help. It's amazing. A lot of you getting so much free help. It's really, really cool. Anyway, let's put this article, or it's a screenshot. I think it's still on the screen. I'm not sure. I accidentally touched my phone there. You heard it click there just a second ago. I think this is still the screenshot. If not, I promise you, I'll get you the right screenshot that I want to share with you. I accidentally touched the phone when I was talking. Anyway, here is a chart of how much we've received from the COLA raise from 2020 until now, 2026, okay? 1.3%, 5.9%, 8.7%, 3.2%, 2.5%, and right now, 2.8%, collectively adding up to, over just those six raises right there, we have received a collective 24.4% increase to our benefits in the last 6 years, which I don't know. I mean, do you believe that? It's true. It's accurate. It's 100% true. It's 100% accurate. We've received a 24.4% increase to our benefit. If you look at that data, you would think, wow, we're really rolling in the dough, right? Yeah, right. You would think so. Yeah. You would think that we'd be rolling in all kinds of money right now, but unfortunately, that is not the situation. And anybody that wants to say that we are, they must be living under a rock or in a cave, or they just have no clue what's going on in the world, because that is not the reality. Social Security beneficiaries are getting absolutely hammered, to say it nicely. I could use other words to describe that, but I won't, because I, don't want to. But you get my point here, right? That is not the case. Now, here's the deal. I've seen a surprising number of comments down below in the comment section over the last few weeks, couple months or so, where I've seen a number of people reaching out saying, we need a much bigger raise. In fact, I just saw a comment the other day. Somebody reached out and said, we need a 100% raise to our benefit. That would be nice, right? That would be really, really nice. Now, here's the thing as well. I've been saying this for a couple years, which is generally real inflation is about double what they tell us that it is. So every month when we get the pathetic BLS report that comes out, Bureau of Labor Statistics, that comes out and says, oh, inflation is 2.6%. It increased 0.1% month over month. It increased 2.6% year over year. As I like to say, the BLS, or Bureau of Lies and Statistics, or plainly just say the BS department, right? Because here's the deal. We know that these numbers are highly manipulated. We know that these numbers are not accurate, right? We know that for a fact. And I've been saying this for years. Generally, whatever they say inflation is, double it. That's what inflation really is. So realistically, over the last 6 years that we've collectively received 24.4% of a raise in our benefit, we have, true, look it up. And again, I showed it here in this screenshot. Those are all of the raises that we've received just in the last 6 years, right? 24.4%. However, real inflation, realistically, 24.4 multiplied by 2 is 48.8. Realistically, if we look at just general numbers and general statistics and we see the trend of what has actually happened over the last several years, real inflation over the last 6 years, realistically, was probably just under 50%. 48.8%, according to the numbers here, would be really where inflation actually has been over the last several years. The reason that it looks lower is because they aggregate everything, in other words, combine everything, that makes it look like inflation is significantly lower. But if we just look at those items that we all spend our money on every single week, every single month, and on a very regular basis, what are those items? Housing, as in shelter, food, utilities, right? Medical costs. These are some of the, transportation is another big one as well. But just those handful of items right there, that is where the bulk of the population spends its money, especially low income, especially seniors, especially fixed income, especially people with disabilities. This is where these individuals spend the bulk of their money day in and day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in and year out. This is where the bulk of your money goes. And again, drop a comment down below. Do you agree with that? Do you think that you spend the majority of your monthly income on housing, utilities, shelter, well, I said that, shelter, housing, food, medical, and transportation? What else would you possibly spend money on, right? I mean, here's the thing. Once you spend the money on those things, there's no money left to be spent. It's all gone, right? Here's the detail, though. Because we've seen inflation probably working at a pace of about 48.8% over the last 6 or so years, again, double the COLA that we've actually received. And again, if the COLA was actually keeping real pace with inflation and price increases, then why do we see reports literally every single day and week and month that come out that say seniors, Social Security beneficiaries are falling behind at the greatest pace they've ever had in the history of the United States? Okay, well, if the COLA is supposed to be keeping up with that, and we're supposed to be getting these annual increases to our benefits that are keeping parity with real price increases and inflation, then why are we seeing historic financial hardship across these individuals? It doesn't add up. It does not add up whatsoever, right? That's exactly what I'm saying, and why we are seeing a major, major discrepancy. Anyway, what we're calling on here is a back pay, literally back pay, of 24.4%, which would literally be double what the COLA has been over the last 6 years for beneficiaries, which would realistically be historically what inflation would have actually been pacing over the last 6 years, as this has been the highest inflation that we've seen literally since the late 70s and early 80s. Look it up. Go back to the late 70s and early 80s. That's the last time that we saw inflation anywhere near what we saw over the last 6 years, especially during the spike in 2022 and 2023. That's when we saw the highest COLA raises, by the way, 5.9% and 8.7%. Those are the two biggest raises that we've seen, especially the 8.7 going back to 1981. What is that? 45 years ago? Yeah, it's nuts, right? So anyway, this is what we're basically suggesting is that, hey, lawmakers, get off your duff and do something, right? We're calling on these lawmakers during this time and the year of affordability. That's what they keep talking about. Oh, it's this affordability crisis. It's affordability, the main talking point of 2026, which we talked about for a while now. I've been saying, watch this be, the word of the year, affordability. But basically calling on these lawmakers to, hey, how long are you going to do this for, right? How long are you going to allow this to continue happening for these individuals? Now, here's the deal. Does every single beneficiary need a 24.4% additional raise above and beyond what they've already received? Answer is no. No. Do they want it? Probably. Again, I've been very, very clear about this. About half of the beneficiaries who are below the average of $2,000 a month are really, really, really getting financially hammered. Those individuals that get a benefit, say $3,000 or more dollars, realistically $3,000 to $3,500 or more a month, are not nearly seeing the financial hardship at the same pace as those individuals that are getting sub $2,000 a month. And again, anything under $2,000 a month, these individuals are getting hammered really, really hard, right? Not only that, just think of this for a second. Okay, I just had a conversation. Well, I shouldn't really say it's a conversation, a back and forth with somebody in the comment section right here on the channel. This individual reached out and said, why was the Medicare Part B premium so much higher than the 2.8% COLA? And I said, that's exactly the point. The Medicare Part B premium went up by 9.6%. Meanwhile, the COLA was 2.8%. That was almost quadruple. The Medicare Part B premium went up almost 4 times how much the COLA actually was. And this person that reached out, again, I've seen a number of comments like this over the last handful of months here where people have reached out. And this individual is like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Why didn't they go up the same amount? Isn't it based on expenditures? Pretty much, right? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So remember this much as well. The lower the income, the lower the benefit that somebody receives, more of an impact that the Medicare Part B premium has to their monthly benefit because it's based on percentages. Does that make sense? So when somebody gets a $1,000 monthly benefit and they see their benefit increase by $28 a month, and then you see the Medicare Part B premium increase by just under $18 a month, now that person's $28 monthly increase has been shaved down to $10 because the Medicare Part B premium took away basically $18 of that. It's a nasty situation, right? So anyway, just want to point out these details for you. Drop your comments down below. Do you feel that beneficiaries are due an additional 24.4% back pay payment to keep up with real inflation that we've actually seen over the last 6 years? Because we all know whatever inflation is reported to us, double it, and that's what real inflation is actually pacing at. They tell us 24.4% over the last 6 years in the form of COLAs. I say, forget it. Double it, 48.8%. That's what real inflation has done in the last 6 years. Drop a comment down below. Do you feel I'm a total nut job by saying that? Or do you feel that that's pretty accurate? Across the board on goods and services, everything, housing, shelter, utilities, medical costs, transportation, food, everything else combined, do you think that that has realistically gone up by 48.8% in the last 6 years? I don't think any of us would dispute that. Okay, fine. Maybe it's 46%. Maybe it's 42%. Maybe it's 51%. Maybe it's 58%. And again, here's another thing as well. It depends on where you're located around the country. Coastal areas, more, because shelter has gone up more in coastal areas. More demand means higher prices, right? Meanwhile, somebody living in, the sticks somewhere may not have seen quite as high prices, but they certainly saw some major impacts, probably somewhere around that 40 to 50% range of inflation over the last 6 years. It's a nut situation. Anyway, I'm here for you. I'll continue to represent and advocate for you in any way that I possibly can. Again, if you're one of the nearly 70 million people on Medicare, do yourself a favor. There's only a few things we can do right now to better our finances. And as a fixed income beneficiary, doing whatever we possibly can to save money and keep more money in our pocket is vitally important right now. If you're on Medicare, one of the nearly 70 million people, grab your Medicare card, grab your phone, call Chapter right there. See what they can do. Again, it's free. You can read it for yourself. Free Medicare help. Okay, call them. See what they can do. They have access to over 20,000 plans across the country. Again, over 10,000 of you in this community just in the last year have called them right there. 2,000 of you in this community just so far this year, 2026, have called them there. Those of you in this community in the last 1 year have collectively saved over $2 million of savings just in the last year calling that phone number. And again, the average person is saving over $1,000, which is absolutely amazing. After making a fast and free phone call, call them, see what they can do. I think you're going to be surprised. Anyway, I have all these comments here. You've seen me. I'll flick through them super fast here as I end this video, which is call them, leave a comment down below after you talk to Chapter there. Use the word chapter within your comment. Very important, the keyword chapter within your comment. I will grab your comment, I'll add it to my stack here, and then you can see me do this to your comment in the coming videos here, flicking through them, featuring them in upcoming videos. Amazing stuff. All right, anyway, enjoy your day. Take care. Please subscribe if you're new. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Until next time, have a good one. Take care, and I'll catch you.